Hi, welcome to the live stream. So just before we start, I just want to mention a few things. So one is the link for the website for the retreat that will be running from October the 17th to the 23rd in the south of France near the Pyrenees. The website for that is on the description below. So that's all ready. So, there'll be more information about the retreat on that and prices and so forth. So that's an Archangel Raphael retreat, which is going to really focus on wellness on all levels and empowerment when it comes to wellness. On physical, emotional, mental, spiritual levels. So yeah, all the details are up on the site now. Um, and I also wanted to mention my best friend Joe Moon, who died in 2016. And on the description, I've put a link to our website in case people wanted to sort of check out her stories and her writing. And her writing is very much inspired by higher angels and light beings. So, like all the stories have messages in them, and that and they're sort of funny and quirky ones, and yeah, lots of interesting stories on our site. So, in case any of you wanted to sort of check that out, and yeah, and finally, just a reminder about the shamanic protocol again. So I started the new week yesterday, but in case anyone wanted to sign up for this week, that you can go to the Archangel Raphael healing site. But if you did want to be on it this week, just sign up as soon as possible because the new week's already started. So yeah, so that's it. So yeah, I'll just bring in Archangel Raphael and speak. I would like you to know that what I am actually seeing is that there are many different energies around at the moment, very positive ones, but also energies that are leaving your system, energies which are clearing through you. And I would like you to know that sometimes when you are doubting whether it is right to go forwards in a certain direction or not, it is because energies around you are changing so fast that nothing is static. So it is not so much about making decisions at the moment. It is not really a decision making time. It is much more time where you are simply being asked to be in your own energy, to let the energies within you change automatically. And through this, there will be more light on earth in the near future. I also would like you to know that sometimes when you are feeling a bit reticent about engaging with life, it is very much about you needing to do more inner work. That perhaps there are parts of you coming up for healing, parts of you that have been injured by life, feelings that inside that perhaps there is not enough light in the world to accommodate your needs, feelings perhaps that you are not really welcome. But what I will say about feeling reticent about fully engaging with life is that there will always be a reason behind it. And as you go deeper and look into this, you will actually be able to resolve the matter and then go forwards, full steam ahead, feeling well inside. What I also would like you to know is that nobody is really asking you to be with people unless you want to be. But what you are being told is that when you are not really feeling like engaging at all, that is when it is important to look into what is going on under the surface. So sometimes you just won't want to be with people, perhaps because you want to be in your own energy, you want to be more solid and grounded in yourself, find yourself on a deeper level. You want to actually perhaps feel that you are able to go deeper inside and engage with your own desires, the things you want on a deeper level, without getting distracted by others. So sometimes it is perfectly natural to really not want to be around people, to want to be alone, to find yourself on a deeper level, to go deeper into the things you love. But if you are feeling this all the time, and it is always about the fact that you have to interact with others, then there is something behind it, something that you are feeling that is going on a deeper level, that is preventing you from engaging with life. And a lot of you here do have these traumas to do with people, interacting with them, perhaps feeling depleted in the company of others, or feeling a bit like when you are with people, you are not really being met or seen or heard. But remember to go deeper into such things, because through this you are able to find a lot of healing light, a lot of wellness, and through this you are able to actually expand in the world easily, without fear, reticence. I do see for all of you this is a relevant subject to explore. And if you are not sure how to do it, remember you can ask for help. You can ask people you know for help, people who are able to go deeper, perhaps healers of various kinds, people who are able to help you to find the places in you which have been wounded, perhaps in childhood years where you were ignored and not met and had to find your own connection to the light in order to feel nourished at all, where there was nothing else there for you. And perhaps this has become a habit to be with yourself in order to find nourishment and feel well, rather than connect with others and find this together, raise energies together, perhaps through dance, through music, through interacting in a social setting and creating good energy together and being fed by this. Perhaps it is your habit instead to do this on your own, to find ways of creating good energy alone and to be nourished, perhaps through meditation or prayer or making music yourself. But what I am really trying to say is that it is very good to look at these kinds of patterns and habits you have, even really good habits that bring you a lot of light and wellness. You may actually find that you have developed these habits because it has been a way of sustaining yourself when perhaps you have not felt so welcome in the world by others. And you may find it is time to start in one way or another dismantling these things in order to find a higher way of being, to find a way forwards in life which is actually better for you, offers you more nourishment, more wellness, can help you to raise your vibration further. So, what I will say is that it is a really good time at the moment to be going within and doing these things. I also will say that you do not have to necessarily do these things for long periods. It is about giving yourself the opportunity to examine some things, to go within, clear them. But it is not work that will take months or years, but it just takes some time and attention on your part. I also would like you to know that nobody is really in the same boat as each other fully. Everybody has their own challenges, their own issues, but nobody is completely the same as each other. So it is no good following someone else's path, believing that because they are doing something, you must. It is much more about being inspired by one another, seeing what really lights up to you, that perhaps you see other people doing and you are feeling would be good for you as well. But you don't have to copy someone because their path is working for them, because you have your own path. You have your own needs, your own desires, your own gifts, your own challenges. So be with yourself. See what lights up to you, and that will be the highest path for you. And through this, you actually move forwards faster, and you also inspire others around you to do the same. I also would like to say that no one person, no one healer in the world, or one person is going to be able to meet all your needs. So when you meet someone who you find really helpful when it comes to healing and light work, remember that they are someone who is good for you in that moment. But there will be other people too. That it is really a time where there are many people around who can assist you to move forwards in a healing capacity. So be open and carve out your own path. Find the things that work for you, the tools, the techniques, the healers, and make your own path and don't follow others. And through this, you will actually really move forwards fast. I also would like to share that nobody in the world at the moment is fully enlightened. There are people who may believe they are, people who really have a lot of light, a lot of clarity, a lot to give others. But believe it or not, no one is fully enlightened. Everyone is learning, growing, and particularly at these times, everyone is updating their knowledge. So don't be deceived by people around you who you may believe to be fully enlightened. Everyone is on their own path, and know that you can be inspired by people, but don't try to follow their path precisely. Follow your own path. Be inspired, but don't copy others. That is what I am trying to say. I also would like you to know that because of the changing times ahead, everyone is going to start feeling a bit like life is a bit challenging at times. And that is because there is so much light coming in and also so much darkness that is coming up to be transformed. And the combination can make people really feel a bit unwell and go to extremes as well in states. So don't be alarmed by this. Just let it happen and know it is part of the times you are living in. You are all really able to go through this. There is no problem, and it is all about being able to stay focused, centered. Give yourself plenty of time to rest and reach out to people to help you when you need it. I also would like to let you know that when you are feeling inside hard done by, perhaps feeling that you are alone or always dismissed, unappreciated, perhaps always feeling you get the short end of the straw, it is really important to realize that these things have already come to an end. So the people who have been excluded, really, it is not that time anymore where they will keep being excluded. It is all changing. And actually, on one level, on a higher level, it has already changed. And it is all filtering down now onto the earth plane. So any feeling you feel of being in some way or another disregarded, perhaps because you have a disability or you have some other problem, weakness, or just for some other obscure reason. Remember, you need to go within and clear energies in yourself, old energies from past lives, even this life. Clear it in yourself, and actually, all will be well on earth. Because there is no real reason for anyone to feel excluded anymore. Because actually, life is changing, everything is rearranging, and it is not a time of exclusion. Quite the opposite, actually. So remember this. Go within and make sure you have cleared your energy. I also would like you to know that there are many people in the world who are going to really start stepping up soon, becoming very well known, and being in the limelight. People who have a lot to offer, really good people who like others to be in a higher state, to feel good, to be in a state of wellness. And these people are going to be the ones who are actually helping the new age to come in on a deeper level. So it hasn't quite happened yet. The people who are currently in the limelight are good people on the whole, but not all of them are really here for the new age. Some of them are, but not all of them. Some of them come in with old teachings, which are very good for the age that has just gone, to help people navigate their way through it, to give people tools and resources. People who have come in to help with this have been doing their work for a long time, helping people perhaps to cope with the stresses and strains of everyday living, to cope better in the world that has been, to give people the tools they have needed. But the new age is going to require something completely different. So the next set of people to rise up are for the new age. They have new information, new codes for living, new ways, and they will be doing all kinds of different things. But they are catering for these new energies. And an example of this can be about work ethics. And actually, instead of being someone who is in some way or another promoting themselves, putting their best foot forwards, really believing in themselves and going forwards, the new code of doing this will be different. It will be much more about really going very deep into your own energy and focusing on yourself so deeply and allowing yourself to come fully alive on a very deep level of your being. And this aliveness will automatically draw the right people to you. So, because the energies have got so light, it is actually possible to do much less. This wasn't possible in the old age because the energies were so heavy on earth, and it was actually needed for people to take a bit more action, to do a bit more in order to promote themselves, perhaps, so that their light was able to be seen in the density of the earth plane. Because those who carried a lot of light, they did need to take some action, because the energies did favor more density. Because of the way the earth was, the mainstream was actually very dense, heavy, and the lighter energies were not really given the opportunity on the earth plane to be seen and heard. So it was actually important to do something yourself. The light within you would have guided you to make yourself known in some way, so that you could actually be seen and people could find you more easily. But now it is actually quite the opposite, that the lighter energies are truly favoured, and those who carry light, they are really not being asked to do a lot more other than to be in their own light, to find their own light, do what they do best, and just do it. And they will be found automatically because people are looking for the light. And so something has turned around. So the focus is much more about going deeper and deeper inside and finding yourself. You don't have to do much to make yourself known to the world. And this is perhaps something that will be a foreign concept to some people who have been really good at promoting themselves, who have really, in one way or another, been able to master this. So, what I will say is these new codes will be brought in by the next lot of people who will rise up, who will be well known actually. And what I will say is some of you here are part of this. Not all of you, but some of you. Some of you here carry these new codes, are deeply already living these codes, and you will share them with others in your own way. And actually, some of you carry only one code, but that will actually be enough for you to actually be able to have a lifetime's work ahead of you. So it is not about needing to know everything, but each one of you will be carrying something. And there will be some of you here who are meant to bring this to many, many people in the world. So I am letting you know in advance that this is the case. My final message to all of you is that there is no such thing as really needing to be with people who are not really living in the light. You don't have to be. Some of you believe that you must be with every type of person in order to be living in the light. You must accept everyone equally and be with them. But what I will say is that I see that it is not really required. You can be with whoever you want. And if you want to be with people who are not about light and living in it, you can be. But what I will say generally is choose to be around like minded people because they will elevate you. They will help you to actually go deeper into your own light and be with others if you want to be as well. But remember, the people you surround yourself with on an everyday level will have the most influence in and help you the most, or perhaps not help you, perhaps not help you at all. And what I will say is that when you choose your friends carefully, it will make a difference in your life between feeling really well supported or feeling quite on your own. So be around people who you find helpful to be around, who make you feel good, who make you feel better inside, who help you to go deeper and higher into the light. And when you feel you are around people who are unhelpful to you energetically and perhaps on other levels, you do not have to be around them on an everyday level. I hope this makes sense. I would like you to know that the week ahead is going to be a good one generally. A week where many things will happen which will be positive and beneficial, and there may be some nice surprises too. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, I'm wishing you a really good week ahead and lots of love to all of you.